magic we can drive is creating sounds.
Hello everyone, today I have a great pleasure to speak with Susan Turner. She's based in Australia. She's Miss Universe Australia and also the director of Global Elite Media Magazine. So let us know more about your background, how you became who you are today, and what is your story?
Hi, how are you? Thank you for inviting me, Ed. I'm just so absolutely honoured to be a part of your interview program. I would like to share my story with everybody by telling everyone that, guess what, I was 7 years old when I got into beauty pageantry. So from there, I've virtually grown with my mum. She was actually a beauty queen as well. And my father was an athlete, a very well-known athlete. And so from there, learning all about, charities and giving to other people and, being the little girl in tow with mum, I virtually started from there. So there's my starting point.
And where this passion for beauty pageant is coming from, and just let us know more about your current projects.
Okay, so with the current projects at hand, I'm actually working with Missing Persons Australia. So not only missing persons in Australia, but missing persons all around the world. So I have a massive interest in being able to, work with the department, work with the detectives, and work with Crimes Against Humanity in basically sorting out, where we go from here. How do we oppose ourselves, to get the information that we need to solve some of these crimes? Now, basically, when you are a beauty queen, it gives you the opportunity to be able to be the person that you can give more information, more help out towards, working with the people that are involved in, say like podcasts, TVs, magazines, everything that, gets, or billboards that people actually will promote, to try and find their loved ones. So having a beauty queen on board is something different. So being a beauty queen, we are attached to charities, charitable funding. We're basically a community that are out there to help others that need the help that otherwise could not get the help. So we are entailed to be able to be that support system. So my platform today, virtually with Gem Magazine and also with GQ Magazine, is basically behind trying to give support to other areas of the industry. So basically, when you're a beauty queen, it is very, very hard to be able to get your message out there, get your story out there, and try and get people to believe in you and understand you. So what I thought would be a really good idea, especially for our up-and-coming younger beauty queens, is to be able to give them an idea on how you are meant to act and to perceive yourself towards others, to be able to make other people believe in you and what you've got to offer, because basically we are ambassadors, we are community providers, we are support system for everybody around the world. A lot of beauty queens, they will, get their sash and their crown and so forth, and then if they win the biggest title, which then they become, like an Australian representative, then they get to go overseas to compete. But how do they do that? A lot of girls are very confused as to, okay, so now I've won this title, where do I go? So my idea with GQ was, why don't I actually help all these young ladies out and everyone else around the world, because I'm sure that everyone else, finds himself in that position, that they could go and read someone else's bio, have a look at what the other girls are doing to get their message out there, get their stories, their biographies, their advocacies, their profiles. And it's now turned into this really big, amazing network where every beauty queen goes and reads every other biography that's set out by all the other queens, and now they're taking that on board. And it's like, oh, wow, this is a new lease of life. How this started in the beginning is I'm actually the go-to person. So all the beauty queens will message me, ring me, come visit, and I'll say, Sue, how do I do a charity? Oh my goodness, how do I raise money for these charities? What am I doing here? And I'm like, well, this is a part of your progression. This is a part of you learning. So basically, you really have to do it yourself. I can help you, but that's as far as I can go because this is about you. So that's why GQ come about, because it's like, okay, go and read what all the other beauty queens do. Get some ideas. There's your help.
So I think the currency today, the most important currency, maybe in your industry particularly, is trust. So how did you build the trust with the media, with the influencers, with the companies? And what will be your advice for all women who are consider themselves as they want to be in a beauty pageant world and competition? How they can be trust first with themselves and then to have impact on other people?
It's very important to basically come across as having integrity and being very true and very honest. And that will get you a long way. So when you meet and greet other people and you confront people with a really nice smile, dress nice, speak nicely, and show an interest, because a lot of people don't realize that when you are interested in a certain, an advocacy. So with me, it's, Crimes Against Humanity. I'm a spokesperson. So I actually get out there and I speak to other people about, my journey, in what I have to offer, what I can give. I make myself stand out, so it's important that you actually reach your, media that way, so that then they understand, that you are this person that's going to make a difference and make changes in the world. By not talking about it and not showing people, who you are and what you can do is not a very good way of going about it. So you've got to earn the trust of the people. You've got to earn the trust of the media. But in hindsight, when you're saying, how do you get another person or another girl or another, well, actually, we've got men and women in our beauty industry. And a lot of them are basically getting on board with, charities. Okay, this is really good. This is how we can reach our audience. This is how we can reach the people. This is how we can make something good for ourselves, so we give something back to the community. And so therefore, anybody out there who wants to become a beauty queen, let me remind you though, it's not about looking beautiful. It's actually about in here. This is where we are beautiful, in here, and what we can give and what we can provide. So if you want to be that sort of person to be, involved with us, we're very much well and truly would love to have you. And we're a friendship. We're a sisterhood. So we always back each other. We help each other. We're there supporting each other, not only our communities, but we actually, we help each other. And that's where it's really good, to come on board and, be a part of us. We're fun, we're exciting, and we're very giving, all giving. We don't ever look at somebody that's, had a path that's been a little bit down the path as to say, we'd like to encourage you to do your best. So that's what I have to offer.
And recently we also started to collaborate as the two communities, my community and your community. And thank you for featuring some of the top 10 of Miss Economic World. So how do you see this current situation globally with this pandemic and the internet explosion, and how this is going to impact our industry, and what will be your advice for people who are in the industry to adapt for this current situation, and maybe how that's going to impact next few years, because we know we don't have so many live events. So what will be the good strategy to take into the place to keep all these people in the industry, but what is the necessary new skills they have to maybe learn? And just from your perspective, I'm curious, how do you see your business and the industry as a whole? What will be the new trend?
So, like I mentioned before, we have GEQ and we have GEM, and that basically is, virtually showcasing everybody's talents. Okay, so that's part of our industry, and it's really good to keep these people, in the limelight so that everybody can see, who is who, because really there are a lot of people who are not exposed in the industry and we don't know them. And by reading about these people, it brings a different perspective, as to who they actually are. And we get to know them, and we become friends. Like I've got a lot of people, even my PR, are saying, oh my goodness, I've got all these people trying to, add me on Facebook or add me on, Instagram or add me on Twitter. And they're all your friends, they're all connected. And I'm like, oh, that's great. Isn't that good news? Because otherwise, if we didn't have the pandemic, they most probably would never have met. And that's a great thing. So when we come to, not being able to go out and engage in social, we're doing our events, because here in Australia, every weekend we run events. I mean, it's crazy. Every weekend, I've had to take time off work and stop working on a Saturday because we're so crazy with the events that are happening. So virtually what we're doing now is virtual. I don't know if you've heard of it, but we run virtual pageantry, so that then everybody that is involved in, being a beauty queen, they're all getting there and going, oh, virtual. So how do we do this? And so in their own backyard or in their own living room, they get to wear their beautiful gowns. They, do a bit of a walk and present to us, their gowns. We have interview. So like what we're doing right now, we actually interview each and every contestant. And then we do our photographic, so that then they have a photo shoot. So we do the photos. We judge the photo for Miss Photogenic. We've got Miss Congeniality. So all the girls that actually get there and communicate with everybody else, and then they all vote, on Miss Congeniality. It depends on what system that you're in. So say if you were, I'll just mention one. Sorry, Charlie, I'm going to mention Diamond. So Charlie is actually the director of Diamond. So I'll mention her. So say if, Charlie was to hold a pageant and she was going to hold it virtual, that's what we would do. So she's held a few on YouTube. And I watch them, and they're just great. And I'm just sitting there just cheering for the girls. I put it onto my big screen so I can see everybody. And it's just working out fabulously, So really the pandemic has brought something new, something different, something inspiring. And, and we're very, very thankful that we can still do what we're doing. So it doesn't mean to say everything stops there, because it doesn't. It keeps on going, and we want everybody to keep coming back with ideas. Give us more ideas. So here in Australia, we have a lot of beauty queens who have amazing ideas. So we just run with that. We're actually looking at doing a black and gold ball. So we're going to all dress up in our black and gold outfits, and we're going to film ourselves and then have a big screen up for everybody. We've had pajama parties. We've had sleepover parties, all to do with Zoom. Who did Zoom before? Hardly any of us. So that's how we do it. Our meetings are all Zoom. It's great.
Thank you for sharing that. That's so true. That the industry is not quiet. Actually, it's just the platforms had changed, and maybe the way how we are operating changed. But the essence is still there, and we are all looking for the creative people for creative solution, and it's easier to connect than ever before. Amazing. And for the all women who are watching, or men, this interview, what is a good result of taking that decision to go in this direction for that career, and what kind of necessary skills they have to build in order to be successful in the industry?
Okay, so if you want to make a career out of being a beauty queen, it's very simple. The thing is that there are a lot of people out there who are very smart and very, very intelligent, and they all have careers of themselves. Like me, for instance, I'm a beauty therapist. You can sort of see behind me. This is my clinic, my salon, and I run it from home. But the thing is that I've always been a spokesperson. And if you feel as though that you come into that field where you think that you might be able to give and share your generosity to other people around the world, or even in your country, we need more people that are, more likely to be able to give ideas to everybody else, share your ideas. There are many people out there who have ideas, but they just don't know how to do it. And I sort of say to them, well, why don't you come along and join in with what we do? Because with this type of platform, like we start from very, very early in life, like very young children, and we teach them how to have responsibility. We teach them how to be able to speak on stage. So, it gives them the encouragement that they need, because there are a lot of people, even adults, do not have the ability to be able to public speak. They don't have the ability to be able to approach other people and be able to speak to them. And that gives them, the incentive to do that. So if you're a careers person and you want to get yourself out there and you want to build yourself a platform, build yourself a career in beauty pageantry, my idea is just, join in, come along, just see what we do. No one's going to bite you. We all love you. Like this year for Ms. World, oh my goodness, like I'm actually one of the very, very, I'm so, oh my God, I don't know how to say this, but I'm literally so humbled and so honoured for Robbie Canna. She is the director of Ms. World, and she is basically has asked me to be their spokesperson. So I do all the meetings, I join into all the meetings, I talk to all the girls, I encourage all the girls, I tell the girls, about, what pageantry is about, how you can enjoy pageantry. And you know what? A lot of these girls come from amazing backgrounds. We have police officers. We have people that are in the administration, for doctors and solicitors and nurses and, like all sorts of amazing people. You don't have to be anyone like that. You could be just me, like a beauty therapist, and just come into, pageantry. But what it does is it builds a person's perspective on how you can create a new person. Does that make sense? I don't know if it does or not, but like it creates a completely different person, and it gives you the ability to be able to be somebody else other than yourself. So when I'm at home, I'm very different. You would literally, I saw you with your cap on and I thought, I better not sit here with my cap on.
It sounds very fun. Yeah, you can be different. Yeah.
But like when I'm at home, like if people come to meet me and, and they sort of see me as this beauty queen, and if they see me, like out shopping, or if they see me, like in my yard, like doing my gardening and things like that, they would look at me and go, oh, okay, you're a little different, because I wear a cap like you. I wear my husband's long shirts. I wear, a pair of gym boots, and basically, don't dress up at all, So it just depends, like it doesn't mean to say that you have to be, this glamorous, looking beautiful, person. I mean, we like the beauty inside, but we also like you to be who you are. Be your own kind of beautiful. We do not care if you have tattoos. We do not care if you like to dress like a tomboy and drive fast cars of a weekend like I do. You can ride horses, you can ride motorbikes. We don't care. We love everybody to be themselves, and that's important, to project who you are. So when you step into the limelight of being a beauty queen, this is just your other half of you. So, and it's like a young lady explained it to me. She goes, so during the week, I can go to school and I can be a schoolgirl, but then on the weekends, I can pretend to be a princess. Very much.
You mentioned that you are using technology, so it's great that your platform is tech savvy. However, I know that you also have some magazines in a print version. So can you share a little bit more about that magazine and let us know more?
Okay, so this is my very first edition. So we have Robbie Canna, Ms. World on the front. This was our very first attempt at a magazine, and we're very, very happy with the print. My publishers and my media partner, he's amazing. That's Mike Liagan. So he has, developed for GEQ, like this is some of the, like inside part of my magazine. It's actually really cold here, Ed, so everything sticks. Hang on. Well, there's the back. There's the back of the magazine, so you might want to look at the back of it. So there you go. There's the back. So usually the back of magazines, or the very inside page of a magazine, is about sponsorship. So a lot of sponsors will sponsor these magazines, and just so that they can help like people like me to be able to produce more and more exciting, wonderful, amazing.
And how often this magazine is published? How often you have a copy?
Well, we're looking at doing it monthly. So, but because of COVID, we got stuck. And we were unable to, use our publishers to publish, the magazines that we've already got laid out. At the moment, we have about 4 or 5 that are still waiting in line to be able to be published, because we have strict regulations here. So the thing is that, you cannot go outside without a mask on. You need to wear a mask, so they've made that mandatory in most places. You are only allowed to go out to do your shopping and then come straight back home, but only one family member is allowed out. We still
okay, so after the crisis is going to be monthly publication, right?
Monthly, yes, monthly,
okay.
yes. That's providing that we can get, to do this stuff. So I just explained where we're at with the COVID. So this is only a paper copy of my newest magazine that has been published, but the actual magazine cover like this, it's in the process. So you need to remember, like, this is only very, very new, and this is what we are producing, and this is what we're going to be providing for everybody who would like to be a part of our magazine. So we're in the beginning stages. So far, we are doing really, really well. I sort of looked at the concept being that there's nothing else like this out there. And because everyone comes to me all the time, I'm their, mentor, and they ask a lot of questions. I sort of thought magazine would be a good idea for this, because then all these girls need to do is that they can go online. We have a web page as well. So GEQ does have a web page. GEM is in the very beginning of their web page. Okay, so GEM is the other part of GEQ. So GEM is actually for our people in the entertainment industry. So we're looking at our singers, our actors, our dancers, our PR people. They're very interesting, because they like to promote themselves as well. So we like to be able to showcase them, as much as we like with GEM or GEQ together, because they're 2 different parts. Because when I was, doing all the bios up for GEQ, I had all these people saying, oh, can you please publish my bio? Absolutely. What system are you running for? I need a sash and a crown, photo. Oh, no, I'm not a beauty person. I'm not in the beauty industry. I'm not a beauty queen. I'm an actor. Oh, I'm a singer. And I'm like, oops, okay. And I felt really bad, like going, no, you can't be a part of it. So, oh no, we can't have this. So I decided to create GEM. So then the ones who want to be a part of GEQ, who are not beauty queens, now can be a part of GEM. So same.
You cover both. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much for sharing your project, your story, impressive experience. We are very happy to have you in our community, and please be free to share any announcement, news about all your publication, about how people can enroll and be part of your community. And I'm very grateful that we start to collaborate. This is just beginning. Thanks to the COVID, we connect, and thanks to the some community we have in common. So yes, thank you so much, and we are looking forward to see your future success and also success of your members of your community. Thank you for supporting us, and have a beautiful weekend, and talk to you soon.
Thank you for having me.